Welcome back, YouTubers. Thank you for joining. Today, not such an exciting topic. We're talking about Dear Fat People. For those who don't know, Nicole Arbour made a YouTube video, Dear Fat People, where she basically fat shames the percentage of America who's fat, overweight, or knows someone who's fat, which is all of America. But yeah, that's the video, and I've seen quite a few people responded. Everyone, I feel like, has a response, has an opinion about this video that she made. But everything that I've read and everything that I've seen so far are people talking about their feelings, or people saying, oh, she's an asshole, or she has no morals, or what have you. But just to be clear, just because you're an asshole, that does not mean that you're wrong. You can be an asshole and you can be 100% on the money. With that being said, I did go on her channel and I noticed right away she's a comedian. So first of all, people need to take her a whole lot less seriously. But the thing I love about comedy is that you could take something that's a serious topic, make it funny, and then people right there start having conversations about that. I specifically didn't find her video funny, not even in the slightest bit at all. But there was one quote she had in that video that really shook me up. She said, and I quote, "Fat shaming, who came up with that? It's fucking brilliant. Yes, shame people who have bad habits until they fucking stop. If we offend you so much that you lose weight, I'm okay with that." End quote. She goes on to say that, she goes on to talk about obesity being a disease. And yeah, obesity is a disease. Just like any other freaking disease, right? It's not the type of disease where it's like the flu, where you go to bed the next morning, you have the flu. No, it's like every other addiction disease, right? Just like alcoholism or any addict, sex, cocaine. And she makes a reference to shopaholics. Yes, that's right. It's like being a shopaholic. If you're addicted to that, being addicted to anything, and you don't shame people out of addiction. That's just disgusting that you think that that would work. But so I did a little bit of research. I found this amazing documentary. It's called Fed Up. It came up a couple of years ago, and it's about sugar and how sugar has infiltrated America and has really risen the obesity rate in America by, I don't know, by a shit ton, by a lot. It has numbers, and I'm going to read you some facts and then we'll talk about them. So first of all, they say the American Association daily allowance of added sugar is 6 to 9 teaspoons, but the human body actually requires no sugar whatsoever. So right there and then, we know, so we don't need any sugar in our bodies at all. We don't need any sugar. But if we do want to take in sugar but stay healthy, 6 to 9 teaspoons won't do any damage to our body at all. Moving forward, 80% of the 600,000 items sold in grocery stores have added sugar. Wow. 80% of everything sold in grocery stores, which means 80%, I'm guessing, of what people have at their homes has added sugar. And if we're going to consider obesity caused by sugar a disease, how can we expect to get over this disease if 80% of the stuff we put in our bodies has that substance in it? It's kind of crazy. In a recent study, 43 cocaine addicted laboratory rats were given the choice of cocaine or sugar water over a 15-day period. 40 of the 43 chose the sugar water instead of the cocaine. And these are rats that are already addicted to cocaine. And 40 of the 43 chose the sugar. So it's not just that it's addicting. It's not just that it's addicting. It's so addicting that it will get you off cocaine. And you think that you can shame someone into this. It's nuts. It's nuts. 30% of Americans are obese. Up to 40% of normal weight people have the same metabolic dysfunctions as those who are obese. So 51% of the US population is sick with metabolic dysfunction. And I love that quote. I mean, that fact right there, because right away that just means Nicole herself might have every disease that an obese person might get due to being obese, right? The metabolic destruction, whatever. So if it's diabetes, if it's heart failure, whatever, all the diseases people get from being obese, 40% of normal weight individuals have the same thing. So right there, it proves that it's not specifically the obesity, right? It's the stuff that causes you to become obese, aka sugar, right? And lastly, FedUp calculated that by 2050, 1 in 3 Americans would have diabetes. But before America attains this dreadful statistic, by 2035, approximately 95% of Americans will be either overweight or obese. That's crazy. So we're all on our way to becoming obese. That's pretty sad. But at the same time, we will also all have diabetes by 2050. Just about all of us. And that's, it's crazy to think about. This movie came out, what, 2.5 years ago? So I don't know if any of these statistics have changed, but I just wanted to put these facts out there. Because this video specifically, I want you to send it or show it to someone who's on either the extremes or one of the extremes. And those people who are, oh my goodness, she's finally saying what we've all been thinking. Yes, fat people, you disgusting. No, it's not. That's not what you're supposed to do. And that's not going to help them change. If you know someone who's fat, if you love someone who's fat, you shaming them or you telling them or talking shit about them is not going to fix the disease at all. In fact, it'll probably make it worse. And then it's to the other extreme who are saying that she's an asshole and she's this and she's that and she's okay, she's an asshole. Think what you want, but she's allowed to think what she wants. She just happened to put it on YouTube and it's gone viral, right? And like I said, she's not anyone in power. She's a comedian. Let her do her thing, right? I don't know what her intentions are. I don't know if she actually cares. At the end, she was saying that she actually wants people to be better. I don't know. It could be just for the views. It could be that she actually cares. But if she does care, that's the absolute worst way to do it, Nicole. And please, just try to do it with just a little more empathy. Have a good one. If you have any comments below, put them in the, if you have any comments, put them in the comment section below. And follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. I'll put the links below. Bye.